Down my pecan tree lined lane. I'm down on the farm's Larry Marble. Come on through that squeaky gate here at the headquarters. Walk up onto the sidewalk through the screen door down the hallway. We'll sit at Granny Marble's kitchen table. Hop Sink's going to serve us a chicken fried steak, jalapeno gravy, Nanny's yeast rolls, and a cold cucumber salad. And I'll begin us with an appetizer of ag weather. And we'll utilize the auspices of the Austin and San Antonio Office of the National Weather Service. Mostly cloudy in the morning, partly cloudy in the afternoon. We're looking for an 88 in Del Rio, an 86 in Hondo, an 85 in New Braunfels, and an 85 in Georgetown. We'll say 83 in Fredericksburg, 88 in Pleasanton, 88 in LaGrange. As we look toward Friday, some sun, some clouds. Our lows say from 65 to 71. The highs, we'll call it 83 to 91. A chance of scattered showers across the region in the evening on Saturday. Neighbor, there's a quick look at ag weather brought to you by McCoy's. Hey, neighbor, here's a quick reminder from my friends at McCoy's. You know, Western red cedar can be used in a variety of applications from siding to decking, even as indoor paneling. For folks ready to tackle a DIY project, red cedar is a great choice for decks and play sets, particularly because of its naturally occurring thermal properties which keep the wood cooler to the touch. That's no small feat on a summer day in the McCoy's States of America. Check out the building plans and videos at mccoys.com and get started on your next DIY project using Western red cedar. Available at McCoy's Building Centers. Go to McCoys.com for information. Find the McCoy's store near you. Neighbor Hop Sing says he's just about ready to serve, so I need to pour the iced tea, and let's do the commodities. Those commodities, again, brought to you by the good folks at McCoy's Building Centers. Now, let's begin with new crop corn. That July corn contract, 8.12 3/4 up a half. July beans, 16.86 3/4 down 6. July Kansas City hard red winter wheat, 11.49 1/2 down 4 1/2. July number 2 cotton, 142.30 up 162. June live cattle, 133.72 down 130. August feeder cattle, 168.75 down 20. June lean hogs, 109.85 down 50. Your June West Texas intermediate crude, 103.67 up 163. Neighbor, there's your commodities of ag interest. Neighbor, it's time for today's edition of the Texas Vet Report with my friend Dr. Bob Judd, brought to you by your local Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent. Dr. Bob, what's our topic?
Sacroiliac disease does occur in horses, but is not easy to diagnose. Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Bob Judd with Texas Vet News on the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network. And sacroiliac disease causes pain and discomfort for the horse at the lowest part of the horse's back. Dr. Rob Van Wessem from Michigan indicates in the horse publication that symptoms of the disease are very diverse. However, all affected horses have one thing in common, and that is decreased movement of the sacroiliac region where the spine meets the pelvis. Dr. Van Wessem examined over 2,000 horses with and without sacroiliac disease and found 6 parameters that were useful to diagnose the syndrome. And it was shown that if 3 of these 6 parameters were found, it is likely the horse has sacroiliac disease. The first parameter was tracking narrow behind at a walk and is even more obvious at a trot. These horses seem to be walking on a high line as they place their hind feet in the same line in front of each other to stabilize their spine. Also, some of these horses will walk with the hind and forelimbs on the same side, moving forward at the same time when walked in a serpentine pattern. It is believed this is due to increased tension and decreased spinal mobility. It's believed that horses with sacral pain have one hip that is kept slightly lower, resulting in slight bending to one side. This movement is most easily observed in a circle as the horse's hind limbs don't follow the same circle as the front limbs, and the hind limbs make a smaller circle. Some horses with sacroiliac disease will also hold their tail to one side only when walked in a serpentine course. Lots of these horses will also bunny hop by moving both back legs together at the canter. Sacroiliac pain causes reduced flexibility of the lower back, and this can be noted by a lack of response to scratching each hamstring with a pointed object like a closed ballpoint pen. I'm veterinarian Dr. Bob Judd. This is the Texas Farm Bureau Radio Network.
When we moved to Texas, we were like fish out of water. We didn't know anyone in our neighborhood until our Texas Farm Bureau insurance agent came to the house. She was so helpful and reassuring, a friendly face with that Texan hospitality I'd heard about. When we purchased a Texas Farm Bureau insurance policy, we knew we were making the right choice. We knew our family would be protected.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to find an insurance agent who's a true neighbor. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
Neighbor Hop Singh says he is indeed ready to serve, so here comes that chicken fried steak and jalapeno gravy I promised you. And a visit with Klein Spear from Southwest Livestock Exchange, Uvalde, Joe Hargrove's grandson. Joe is proud. I know he is. Klein, how'd sheep and goats sell?
Went pretty well yesterday, Larry. We ended up with 800 head, had a pretty active market there. Had a few more than we expected. Hoped everybody would have got a little more rain, but kind of living with what we got there. Heavy lambs were $280 to $315. Those light lambs were $280 to $360. Fat ewes $1.20 to $1.40, and those thin pack ewes $75 to $1.10. Packer nannies $1 to $1.80. Those fat Spanish nannies $1.40 to $2. And those stocker nannies were $1.90 up to $3. Good cabritos yesterday $3 to $3.80, and those lightweights were kind of $2.50 to some almost $3.75 yesterday. Kind of lighter into them yesterday. We're here, so overall, pretty good market and had a good day yesterday.
How about the cattle sale?
We got a little over 350 right now. We got a few more coming we know of. We got to pair up about 20 head here later this evening, and should have some decent pairs there. Middle-aged cows. Got about 30 bred cows standing here, so gonna have a pretty good run tomorrow, and kind of thinking around that 600 to 700 range.
Tell everybody how to get a hold of you.
Call us the office 830-278-5621, or my cell phone 830-591-3241.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you, Larry.
Texas Farm Bureau Insurance has protected fellow Texans with auto, home, health, and life insurance since 1952. With more than 260,000 square miles of land and 27 million people, that's a lot to cover. Whether you're wrangling cattle or wrangling kids, we're proud to protect Texans in all Texan ways of life.
Visit Texas Farm Bureau Insurance today at tfbinsurance.com to get insurance for Texans by Texans. Coverage and discounts are subject to qualifications and policy terms and may vary by situation.
Neighbor, we had a USDA report on cotton come out today. Improved export sales for last week. The compilation is as follows. Net sales 121,000 running bale for the 21-22 season, up noticeably from the previous week, 19% from the 4-week average. Increases came from, of course, the communist Chinese at 61,400, Vietnam, formerly communist, now what would you call them, pro-business communist, 25,300, South Korea, about 500 running bale, Japan, about 500. India, 12,700. Pakistan, 11,600. Turkey, 4,700. Neighbor, there's just a few cattle in the alleyway left at Pearsall Livestock. Kelly's done shipped most of them out. Kelly, I guess you got time now. Tell these folks how that sale went in Pearsall yesterday.
Well, I had a good sale, Larry. Run was a little light. You know, we had pretty good rains down south. Didn't catch many cattle from down that way, but ended up with 300 head, and I thought the market really good. They're just sure active today. Everybody was in, really wanting them. Packer cow deal was a little bit softer. They took off a good bit of money on those, so it was probably $4 or $5 cheaper on those Packer cows. Kind of the mid to high 80s on the better end of those cows. Still up over $1 on the high yielding bulls, but it was sure some cheaper on that. But the calf and yearling thing, like I said, was really active. A lot of demand on all classes of calves and yearlings there today, so I thought we got along real well.
Well, tell everybody how to get a hold of you if they need to buy or sell next week in Pearsall.
You can call us at the office, 830-334-3653. My mobile's 334-1047. Website's PearsallLivestock.com.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
McCoys.com. McCoy's Building Supply. Still family owned, strong, growing, and relevant for our ag community. Farm and ranch panels and gates, field fencing, welded wire panels, barbed wire, and electric fencing. Shop online and find products and the store near you at McCoys.com. Neighbor, quick reminder for those of you on the network, Kolach at 345. If you're not on the network, tell the station manager you want to be. Now let's check the grains. Courtesy of John Tuggle, 800-288-4453. Milo through Corpus in April, D's plus 55, 1437. Houston, 1608. Yellow corn to Corpus in April, May plus 88.95 and a half. Houston, 930 and a half. And Progresso, 1545. Hard red winter wheat to Corpus in April, July plus 60, 1214. We'll call Houston 1294. And we'll call Placido beans, April delivery, July plus 50, 1642 and 3/4. 463 bale of Texas cotton range from 132.68 to 134.93. Average was 133.81 against that cotton contract at 146.08, up 355. Neighbor, that's it for the best darn farm show in 100,000 square miles of the great state of Texas. No brag, just fact. I'm Larry Marble. Neighbor, we appreciate you. God bless. Take care of yourself. We'll see you down the road.